Hi everyone. Hi Shamara and Pascal. Actually, Mr. and Mrs. Maya. Even though we can't be there in person, we decided we cannot skip the tradition of the cousin speech. So here we are on screen and in spirit for our newlywed littlest cousin.
Obviously, there are complications when delivering a speech over video, particularly when the four of us are in four different countries. So we've got the dashing Manoj, eldest cousin and only boy cousin, who's based in Germany. Then there's me, Nicole, the eldest girl cousin, based in Sri Lanka. Then there's Curly Whirly Laura, that's my sister, who's based in England. And last but not least, there's the lovely Rehana, who we really have to credit with putting all of this together and rallying the cousins around for this speech, based in Switzerland. So we thought we'd try and make technology work for us with a Zoom speech. Shamara, you look beautiful. It's just crazy to think that our littlest cousin is now a Mrs. Having a 12-year age gap means you are the only cousin I can remember being born and then as a baby. You are a cheeky little minky, keeping us all on our toes when you'd come to Sri Lanka to visit us. I remember I'd be studying in my room, and then I'd hear a pitter-patter of tiny feet, followed by giggles, and I'd know that you'd crept in and nicked something from my room, all for the thrill of being chased by big cousin around the house. My favorite extended time with you when you were a young adult was in 2009, when you spent a month with us, minus Sabs and your parents. You and I got up to all sorts of craziness, going for spontaneous ice cream sundaes, doing extreme makeovers, and generally just having a lot of fun. It has been such a joy to watch you blossom into this beautiful, self-possessed young lady, packed with potential and talent, but still with the same cheeky sense of humor and childlike purity of heart.
From Australia to Sri Lanka to Zurich to Berlin to London and back again. While we lived so far apart from each other, I have many shared memories with all of my lovely cousins. One of my earliest memories with Shamara is when Laura, Nicole, and I decided to build a car for her. It was made of a cardboard box propped up on roller skates, and we proceeded to roll her down the driveway in Sri Lanka. Pretty sure Shari and Mommy caught us before any serious damage happened. Anyways, Shamara and I really bonded when I lived in Australia for 6 months. I was all of 8 years old and I was 17, and she quickly became the little sister I never had. I got to pick her up from school, and then on my last day in Australia, we both played hooky to visit the zoo. I think Shamara loved it. At least the pictures prove it so. So, be it those early memories of meeting up in Berlin and learning about its history, or for a photo shoot for Nana's 90th birthday, when all of us 6 cousins got together for a photo shoot and we lay on the floor making up the shape of 90. It's been amazing to grow with you, Shamara, and even though I'm supposed to be the older, responsible cousin, I think I've learned as much from you as I tried to teach you. So it's also going to be awesome to see how you and Pusky grow together in the future.
When I first met you at the Millennium, New Year's Eve in Sydney, you were tiny, Shamara, and you being the youngest cousin, me the eldest, I was always worried we may always be distant. Your tininess never changed, but once we really started meeting up more regularly, once in recent years, it became obvious that you, Shamara, and I would get along just aces. But quite frankly, you are just everybody's darling. When the Selvers were in Zurich to celebrate Shemzi's 18th birthday, we decided to bring out the big guns, Rehana and I. And with my alter ego knowing the Zurich club scene like the back of my hand, we meticulously planned a night of mayhem. And mayhem it was. We nicely stacked the deck with gins, Jaeger bombs, cheap champagne, and dancing from one club to the next. Perhaps it was too much, but without saying too much, it ended up with erratic but entertaining storytelling, courtesy of Shamara, whilst lying belly first on our Zurich apartment's floor. It was priceless. I believe that these moments of extreme craziness and naughtiness shows time and again that despite the distance between Oz, Asia, and Europe, we are all family. The madness continued as Shems and the Selva girls descended on Mum, Nick's sister, Rahana, myself, and Zurich again a few years ago at Christmas, where we of course went to, what else in Switzerland? A famous chocolate factory. Although the chocolate tasted exquisite, the highlight of Shamara's visit was not the chocolate, but the fact that one could physically get into a super-sized bar of chocolate, dress up like a praline. Of course, it wasn't enough for her to dress up in the chocolate-shaped sumo suit, but all of us were forced to join the disaster. And we just looked like 4 dollops of chocolate, and a big picture for eternity will always tell that story. OMG. Myself working between Berlin, Germany, Zurich, Switzerland, it was with great pleasure that I learned that Pasky was of German origin and owned his own Volkswurst wagon and sausage company. And so lucky for him, before my duty as the eldest cousin could kick in and give him hell, he had already unknowingly won me over. Especially hoping to see Shamara in Zurich and Germany much more often because of Pasky's heritage. You both for sure now have our blessing. Just kidding, Pasky. Love you too, buddy. All the best to you both and wish we could be there.
We're all so happy for you and Pasky. It's a true fairy tale romance. We first got to know Pascal as the boyfriend at our wedding in Sri Lanka and quickly saw how well you two worked together. We were really impressed by how he dived headfirst into the fun. Sam's stag do being the perfect example, even though he barely knew anyone there. His zest for life reminded me of the Christmas I spent with the Selvans on the Gold Coast, where you, me and Sabs fully embraced the goth fashion for a dinner and show at Dracula's. We may have been the only ones in costume, besides the actors, but we looked awesome. That I also convinced you to sleep on the balcony with me so we could wake up to a beautiful sunrise. Sadly, you actually woke up to an allergic reaction to an insect bite on your eye. Still feel quite bad about that. So whether it's petting kangaroos or hiding in trees, bodyboarding or bike riding, swimming in fountains, picnicking on the beach, I know I will always enjoy spending time with you. I am so proud to have you as my little cousin. You are so kind, smart, confident, and I'm so happy that in Pasky you have found someone who both supports and compliments your awesomeness. I'm also quite in awe of how well you seem to pull off any hat. We are so sorry we can't be with you two in person today, but we are 100% with you in spirit and on Zoom. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Mayer. Now, since we're sure everyone else has already given you sound advice on how to lead an exceptional marriage, we thought we'd end our speech with something every couple needs. Our suggestions for a couple's name for the two of you. I'll go first. I think Pascara, because your mascara is never smudged.
Or how about Shamal? Because it sounds a lot like Shamil, and that's something I'll never forget.
I think it should be Shemsky because it rhymes with Champansky, and as you all know, I'll be champagne mama to all of your kids one day.
I think it should be Pashem because it sounds like passion, and as Sri Lankans, we all like passion. Just kidding. Because we hope the both of you will always stay as passionate for life and each other now in the future.
Now, before we leave you to a short slideshow with our favorite shared memories with Shems, let's all raise our glasses to the happy couple. Cheers! We're so happy for the two of you and love you to the moon and back.
Told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke.